and I'm going to share this. So if you've got people following along on social media who want to come to this final session, then please share it. And I've also got the Merrymaker Sisters coming on once we've done the pictures to share their story as well. So I'm going to share them now. I've started recording, and I think I'm good. All right. Well, first of all, thank you so much for doing this. It's been pretty crazy. It's been a busy 7 days. It's kind of hard to believe. It's been a whole week of sometimes up to 3 sessions a day. At least 2 days I was on Blab for 3 hours straight, and then up late some nights. Definitely last night, getting my site up to date. So thank you so much for joining. Thank you for sharing it, and thanks for participating. And I hope it's been fun and also rewarding if you've gotten a bit of shit done that you wouldn't have got done if you weren't doing the challenge. I know it was very full on for some people, and a lot of other people just came and watched a couple of the sessions, which is perfectly fine. I think if you had fun, if you learned something, then it's definitely been worthwhile. So I'm going to show you my my offer, and then you guys can come on and show me what you guys have been working on. This is literally, I only just tested this 3 minutes before I came on. So it worked. Let's hope it still works. So actually a good way to do this might be to do /Q and then put the site in. And then I can bring it up on the screen when you guys call in. So that's my site. This is so what I'm doing with 7 Day Startup Pro is it's a pro community that I launched. I actually launched it as a 7 Day Startup, I think in August, and I've had a bit over 100 people sign up to it. And at the time it was just a Facebook group and a Slack group. And what I've done now with the challenge is I put together a new landing page, done in Optimized Press. I've done a couple of videos of how this all works in the Facebook group. I've got another one. I want to show you how the upsell stuff works, but I'm still uploading all the challenge videos, and my bandwidth is all not handling it very well. So I can't show you any more videos until those are done. But so I've done a new landing page in Optimized Press and basically just added in a bunch of inclusions into the 7 Day Startup Pro membership, including all of the frameworks that I use as a business owner, things like the crowdfunding Trello board, the goal setting frameworks that I've mentioned a few times throughout the challenge. That kind of stuff is stuff I put out regularly, and I haven't really had a home for it. So I've built a framework library in Optimized Press that only members can access. I've also put together a video library, and you can see if you look at that membership mates page, you can see sort of more or less what that looks like. It's a video from each day of the challenge, all of the expert videos recorded in Blab and available to either stream or download. And you can check that out on that page. And I've also bundled my 7 Day Startup training course and my Content Machine training course, both of which are 8 videos in length. And I have been giving those away for free. And I've decided I'm going to do a lead magnet instead, something like the challenge or an ebook or something. And then I'm going to bundle the courses in with the membership. So the members will get the exclusive Facebook group, the Slack group, all of the videos from the 7 Day Startup Challenge. And if we do another one, I'll include those as well. Although I haven't put that on the page because I don't yet know if I'm going to do another one. We'll see how we go with the feedback on this one. And the 7 Day Startup and Content Machine training videos and the framework library. And I'm going to set the price at $249 a year. But for the next week, I'm going to have it at $149 a year to see if I can get as many members as I can. And so the people on the challenge should get a good opportunity to get it at what is, I think, a very reasonable price. So it's $149 US, and that'll give you a year's worth of access. So what happens when you go to that page and you click on Let Me In, it'll take you to Samcart. I'll just talk you very briefly through this because this is a nice process for you guys to use, maybe a bit too advanced for like a week's worth of work, but good as like a round 2. So my first was just a Stripe button. This is the second round. So this is what Samcart looks like. I've got a couple of pages. This is like the main pro membership. And then I've also selling the videos separately. And with the videos, I'm simply selling them for $99 one off. And if people want to buy the videos, that they'll be able to do that. I'll probably email my list and tell people who miss them in the challenge or whatever. Right now, they're still on Blab, so if you want to watch them for free, you can do that today. But with Samcart, those videos, if you buy them for $99, you'll then get an opportunity to upgrade to the full membership for the difference, so $50 extra, and you'll get like an upsell after you buy the one-off video. So that's like a nice little feature with Samcart that should drive a few more sales, and then you'll go into my email sequence with Drip. So that's how the whole process works. By all means, if you think there's value there, then I encourage you guys to sign up. And after the challenge, I'm not going to be as active in the free group, obviously, because my attention is mainly in the pro group. So if you want that kind of access as well, then that's really going to be the only way to get it. So that's me. I'm crossing my fingers that all that's going to work properly, because I only just set it up sort of 2 o'clock last night and then finalized it 3 minutes before this call. So hopefully that's all good. You guys, it's your turn. So if you've got any questions about my stuff, please ask them in the group. I'll post this in the group as well, but I'll take calls now. You guys tell me how you've enjoyed the week. Tell me your website, where you got to, and if you need anything from the group, if you want to pitch the group in terms of like, I want you guys to sign up, then just don't be afraid to ask that. If you want feedback on something, then ask for feedback. Just ask whatever you want to ask. I'm going to give people a couple of minutes. And then once we have all of that out of the way, the Merrymaker Sisters are going to come on and talk to us about entrepreneurship. And I'm going to ask them a bunch of questions, which I haven't even told them yet. So it's going to be fun. All right, let's do it.
Hey, sorry.
You're right.
Hey.
What's up?
I'm sorry. I just quickly came online to apologize, actually. I couldn't make it happen. I had to move somewhere else. So I'm going to work on this idea this week, and maybe I'll be able to launch it by the week after. So I hope,
right.
I'll be in the pro group as well. So I'm really, really disappointed with myself, but I'll get there.
Well, don't be disappointed. It's all right. I mean, things happen. If you've learned anything, if you've got any value out, if you've met anyone, it's only a week of your life. So I think it's been worthwhile if you can say yes to any of those things.
Yeah, no, it has been great. I mean, amazing. 7-day, very intense, very focused. So I think it helped me focus a lot, and also to get shit done quickly as well, and not sit down right on with like spending time on my Excel file or on a whiteboard. So basically get shit done. So I think I have done that. But now I'm out of London, but I'll get it done next week. So yeah, and I'll be in a pro group. So yeah, I'll be in a pro group. So I'll see you there. So.
Awesome. Well, let me know if I can help, and thanks for coming on the calls and being part of it.
Thanks a lot for all the help. Thanks a lot. Thank you.
All right. See you, Drew.
Yes.
Got a couple of calls here, guys. So just hang in there. Kerwin, what's up?
Hey, Dan. How are you, man?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. So thank you for getting this all set up. It's launched. It's there. I've sent out 3 emails so far. And okay. Also, I should say what it is. The product is, so I do travel deals. I'm in the travel space. So the concept is that I'm going to send out travel deals to people who want deals from, it's going to be originating in Australia, Canada, and the United States. Eventually, I'll do Europe, but it's too much bandwidth to do 4 areas right now. So I'm just concentrating on those 3.
Okay.
Cool. So the site's launched. I did get my first paid customer this morning, so I was excited when I woke up.
Oh, that's cool. Good for you.
Yeah, and I don't know this person, so that's a good thing.
Wow. Okay, that's good. That's like one of the things I have in the book. It's like if you get sign-ups from people who you don't know, then that's normally a pretty good sign.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm going to start marketing it, I guess, tomorrow. Or probably tonight. I'll start sending out some notifications about it. I've already sent it to one of the lists I have, and I'll keep doing that on a weekly basis to try to get that out to people. And what I'm trying to do with the list, there's like 90 people on the list now. One's paying. The rest of them were people who were originally on my deals list. So I sent this out to them so they could, one, help me to craft it better for them and try to get it to work better, and also try to get some testimonials. And then anyone else that will come along will pay.
Excellent. Sounds good. Just make sure you got a really clear call to action button. That's one thing that stands out to me. It's kind of hard to see. Like the link isn't even a different color to sign up. So that's an easy fix that'll have a big boost in conversions. But yeah, thanks, man. Have you enjoyed the week?
I have enjoyed the week. Thank you so much. Yeah, Nathan and Kevin Rogers are the two guys that kind of resonate quite a bit. So thank you for having them on.
Cool. Yeah, they're legends. I mean, I spent a lot of time picking the right sort of people. I didn't want just people who are experts, but most of the guys are friends and really nice, generous people as well. So I think that helps.
But you did good. So thank you.
All right. Thanks, Cohen. All the best, mate.
Sure. And if anyone else.
Sorry, Cohen. I just cut you off. Feel free to put your comment in the sidebar, Cohen. I'll read it out. But I do have a few of these to get to. I didn't mean to cut you off, by the way. I just thought you'd finish talking.
Can you hear me?
Hey, Alex. How you going?
How are you doing? This week has been insane. Let me just get my proper URL in the question so you can put it on the screen. That's the wrong one. For some reason, Blab has, I don't know, passed that wrong, but it should be down the bottom there somewhere now.
There you
it's
a bit funny. Quicker.io.
It's because it had a couple of slashes. Anyway, I just want to say quick thanks while I'm on air. Thanks to yourself. Amazing. This group has just been insane. Thanks to Carla. I've written down some notes. Brooklyn, Ella, thanks for the contact. You've been really helpful. I hope to keep in contact. Good luck with your venture. Arthur Luke as well. I don't know if he's on air at the moment, but he offered some really great advice. And then there's Manjit, Daniel, Lucas, so many people from the group. Absolutely amazing.
That's cool. Is this all just been happening via the Facebook group or just messaging or?
Yeah. Facebook group and private messaging as well. So it's been really, really
awesome.
Great.
That's good to hear.
I wanted to add my favorite blab of the week. It was the copywriting with Kevin Rogers. I just want to give him a shout out. That was absolutely insane. It's definitely my weakest area as like a boring developer. Like I've got no sense of like what sounds good, what's compelling. So that's definitely something I'm working on, and I've got a long way to go yet.
Awesome. So I'm sure he'll be happy to hear that.
Yeah, thanks. Do pass it on if you speak to him. For those that don't know yet, I'm launching quicker.io. It's a subscription service for freelancers and small businesses, which basically helps you to create, organize, and get all your payments for all your invoices. It does stuff like quotes. It's almost like Xero. And I may have created some misunderstanding here that it's kind of like I'm trying to win some people over from Xero. If you guys are happy with Xero and you guys are already using Xero, then great. Don't worry about it. Perhaps go and have a look at Quicker. Come and sign up. It's free for 14 days. And I might create a 7-day startup promotion where you can double that free trial as well. But it's cheaper than Xero. And the other thing which yourself, Dan, you pointed out, Xero, I believe, only offers is it one payment method. So your clients can only pay via, say, Stripe.
This is something I noticed with Xero. It's actually a bit of a hack. And I don't know if Meryl's on this call from Bean Ninjas. She's one of the 7-Day Startup Pro members. Oh, she is. But this is one thing that we talked about was you have to sort of do a bit of a hack to get 2 different payment gateways to pay invoices in Xero. And it's a little bit annoying. Having said that, it is always a little bit risky to build a feature that seems like an obvious one for a platform to build themselves. But
we're going to be building that in. We're going to be building that in the next few days. So your clients will be able to pay via whatever choice they want. So that's going to be supported. We're pretty much there. We're like 90% there, way further than the MVP, which I set out to do. So that's really, really cool. This evening, I've been plowing loads of data into the help and support, like FAQs. So if anybody's got any feedback, please just go and sign up. It's all free. You can sign up via Facebook as well. So it's super quick. And then you can have a play around. Please just leave any feedback you can. It'd be great. I'm going to leave.
Awesome.
I'm going to leave it now to the next people. Thanks for your time, guys.
Excellent. Thanks, Alex. The site looks excellent. The branding just looks top notch. So
thanks very much.
Good job. All right. I'm glad you liked it. See you, mate. All right. Got a few call-ins, guys. So just try to be patient. I'll try and make them quick. But then if you come on the call, please also try to be quick. Hello.
Hi. Hey, Dan.
How are you?
Hey. How's it going? Nice to meet you.
Good. You too.
Yeah, I wasn't dancing there. Right. Okay. I don't want to take too much time because I often can just really well. Okay. So everyone, This week has been amazing. The group has been just what I've been looking for so long. I have joined various groups and they just haven't been what I wanted. They've been like nice quotes on Monday and promote your business on Friday. And I just want to know what framework you're using. I just want to know what your strategy is. So this group has been brilliant. So props to everyone.
Oh, cool. Thank you.
Confession, I had to look up what props meant last night. It means proper respect if anyone else didn't know like me. Okay.
Oh, I didn't know that.
See, I'm dabbling. Here we go. I have a product. It's called Linkley. You can find it. Let me give you the link. It's somewhere there. Okay, yep. So my product is called Linkley. It's aimed at bloggers who monetize their website through the use of affiliate links. So what Linkley does is it puts a layer of links on the image. So if you could cast your mind over to a blog that you follow where they share products that they recommend or review, instead of having to look through the written content under the image, now you can just click on a hotspot assigned to the image, which basically puts all the information you want, the product name, the price, and a link to the product, exactly where the product is. And that is it. I have a huge long list of future features I'd love to develop, but trying just to get the minimum viable product out there, which is still quite a bit of work. I'm sort of learning what a minimum viable product is, but I have a landing page, which I've been working really hard on for the last 7 days. And I've used the group's mind heaps during the last 7 days to get it to where it is. It's not perfect, but I'd love for anyone to check it out. And my request to the group is if you are a blogger or you're connected to share this with them to help get word out. And that's it. So yeah, thanks.
Awesome. Well, it looks excellent. So if I understand it correctly, is it like, say if I had a product, say, okay, take my membership, for example. If I had an affiliate program, which I don't, but if I did, I could give people an image of the membership, even maybe like a pricing table with like view, like a button as part of it. And then just the little button would be linkable to as an affiliate link. Is that?
Not really. I think it's just a lot more simpler than that. Like you could just have, if I had, and it's not exclusive to affiliate programs, I could just link to a normal URL, but people have the option of putting an affiliate link in there. So I could be sitting at my computer with your course in the background and I can have a button on the screen, that little plus icon. And if people click on the view online button, it will go to your site, whether there is an affiliate link embedded or not. It's just a URL.
Okay, cool. And where were you at before the week?
The product is in development. It's probably a few ways from being launched. So I don't have a lot of great business sense, and I didn't know what an MVP was. I didn't know why you were talking about the most valuable player. So I've learned heaps this week. So where I was at, I had already written content for the landing page, which I've adjusted. I found this group because I follow Joanna from Copy Hackers, and she said she was a speaker. So I sort of joined the group just to see what it was all about. And I just thought, this is a crazy deadline. Can I do it? And I just saw other people being really enthusiastic about it. So I thought, I'm going to jump in as well.
Well, that's awesome. Well done. The site looks excellent. So if anyone else wants to get behind that. So the main thing you're looking for is bloggers to help promote it?
Well, to use it because it's for bloggers, and bloggers are the ones that would share. So but actually, there's some e-commerce applications where merchants could use it as well to, sell goods. So, yeah. Cool.
All right. Well, thanks. I'm glad that the week's been useful, and it looks excellent. Well done.
Thank you. Thanks so much. Right. Good luck, everyone.
See you later.
Bye.
Well, that looks cool.
Hey, Dan, how you going?
James Banks.
Hey, man, can you hear me?
I can. You got a good quality mic, do you? You sound pretty good.
Yeah. Fantastic. Awesome, man. So I'll get to the point. I entered the 7-day startup challenge wanting to launch my SaaS startup Systemate. We're almost there. There's a show-stopping bug that stopped us from getting it ready for today, unfortunately. But I'd like to take the angle on, I've been helping my girlfriend. She was a late entrant to start up her own thing, and we've got it launched. So if it's all right, I'd love to pitch it on her behalf.
Yeah, go for it. Is she there?
Well, again, I'll give you a quick backstory on what actually happened. So Friday morning, she was actually fired from her job.
Wow.
Friday afternoon, we decided to do this. We had to do something, so we decided to do this. And yeah, 22 hours later, we had it launched, man. So yeah, I'd love to share it to the group and get everyone's feedback.
Yeah, sounds good. Go for it.
Awesome. All right, so here's the link. I just threw it up in the comment box there, Zenify Me. So Zenify Me, it's done for you managed live chat service. And essentially the service is designed for converting cold traffic coming to the website, being able to engage the traffic coming in through live chat, and able to then convert them into a potential lead to the business delivered straight to your inbox. It's a productized service, it's a recurring service for $97. You get 40 hours per week, which you can again set the times so that the time that we sign on matches the time that your sales team is on. So that way the leads can be actioned immediately to really make that conversion rate strong. Yeah, as you can see that's what we've got with the site. And I'd love everyone's cold, honest feedback. If you think it's great, if you think it sucks, just let me know. And obviously, if it's something that you think could really help your startups or ideas in getting some leads off the board or getting some engagement going on your website, then obviously it's you can go on there and sign up. It's all set up, ready to go.
Yeah, well, this is I was thinking of trying this myself because I had a live chat product that we were sort of working out what to do with.
With Hello.
And I knew that. And I'm not doing it anymore, but I like this idea, and I know there's companies like Lead Chat that are doing really well doing this thing, and I know from anyone who tries live chat software, even the companies that sell live chat software, they don't spend much time on live chat. No one wants to be on live chat, so it's like everyone wants the benefit of live chat, but no one wants to use it. And to me, there's only really two ways to solve it. One is to do like an intercom style live chat, which is not quite live, or the other is to have a team managing it for you. So it's a no-brainer thing for me, and the site looks excellent. So well done. What's the backstory on the name and the website and the rest of it? Is this like you didn't just come up with this yesterday, did you?
Man, I'll be totally honest with you. Because we needed to move so fast, that ZenifyMe.com site was actually Ria's personal blog. So I literally just FTP'd in there and ripped all the shit down and built this on top of it. We didn't bother about screwing around, changing names or anything. I literally just built that entire page on top of it. So, I mean, that's the backstory, the honest backstory behind the name. Haven't had any complaints yet, but if you guys got anything better up your sleeve, then please let me know.
No, it's perfect. I mean, it looks excellent. It's a great name, great brand. The design's really good. Do you have a plan for actually staffing it? Yeah,
absolutely. So naturally right now, because we're just completely bootstrapping this thing, it's going to be Ria, delivering the service through it. But we want to be able to build up a team of virtual assistants, be able to cross all the time zones across the world. Obviously, that should train them up, get them up and running so that they can help be able to run the service for us, and we can scale it up that way as well, whilst also keeping it very aggressive in the pricing terms.
Yeah, that was one of the things I did a trial with a Filipino virtual assistant to manage someone's live chat, and I found it very difficult. Although VAs, I mean, some of them are amazing and some of them aren't amazing. So for a service like this, you're going to have to find the ones that are amazing. With WP Curve, we do have our staff interact directly with clients, and that works if you've got the right staff. So yeah, I think this could be a real winner. Well done.
Thanks, man. Appreciate that. And yeah, guys, I guess my call to action from that is any feedback you'll throw it up in the comments, hit me up on Twitter, send a message in the live chat. Unfortunately, a reason why Ria can't pitch it, she's literally at her employer right now doing the resignation letter and all that bullshit. So that's why I'm here pitching it all. But feel free to leave a message for us, guys, what you think. And if you'd like to use it, then feel free to jump on.
Yeah, well, just the only one thing I'd suggest is if it is time critical, like if she's literally going to try and do this, now that she has to, she doesn't have a job. What you might consider doing is somehow focusing for the first month or two on just getting a few really big customers and just charging a lot more than $99 because it's going to take you, you're going to need 30 customers before you can generate any kind of wage on $99 a month. But if you can get 3 customers paying $1,000 a month, then you're kind of good to go and to build the rest. So that might be worth thinking about.
Yeah, 100%, man. Fortunately, with my agency Web3, I've got a couple of those, how can I say, those clients that would be willing to pay a significant amount more for this. So I'm going to try and bridge that in together, and just to get some runs off the board, get that revenue in so we can start building up the team and scaling it from there. And yeah, well, fingers crossed we'll make it work.
Cool. I'm just going to, I'm going to tweet this right now. So it's going to be a bit clunky because I don't have anyone sort of helping me do this, but
yeah, no worries, man.
I'm going to tweet this right now. Guys, if you feel like tweeting these URLs, I think you can just hit the tweet button and it'll automatically put James's account in there, so that the person who's on the screen, it'll automatically put their account, even if you've already tweeted it. So I might just do that every time and just spam the shit out of Twitter.
Yeah, thanks, man. That'd be awesome.
Awesome. Okay, awesome. Thanks, James.
Awesome.
Well done.
Thanks,
Excellent.
everyone. Cheers.
There's about 7 or 8 people waiting on the queue, guys. So please hang in there. Sorry, that one went on a bit long. I got a bit excited. That was pretty cool.
How's it going, Dan?
Gerald.
Yeah, how's it going?
I'm good. How are you, man?
I'm good. It's been a long day, but trying to get a lot done. That didn't work. Hold on. Let me
yeah, /first.
Yeah, that's what I did wrong. There we go, I think. But yep, got it right. Now with my site, I'm not completely finished with the site because my product's not completely put together yet. So I kind of just, the first picture that's on there is just kind of a filler until I get my product, and then I'm going to put different pictures of that up. But basically I'm doing a subscription box service for different outdoor like activities, such as hunting and fishing, camping and hiking. So I'm going to, include little like accessories that could play into whatever, the person wants to do.
Okay.
Basically the questions that I currently have is like I'm trying to figure out how to choose the best like shipping options. I don't know what, if I should just use FedEx or if I should find some sort of drop ship or what I should do with that. So I don't know if you have any advice on that.
Probably not. I'm not really that good at shipping stuff, but feel free to put that in the group. I mean, I'd say most of the guys in the group are doing online stuff, but I mean, I've used shipping services a little bit, but not enough to give you very good advice. But okay. Definitely post it in the Facebook group.
All right.
And see if, I mean, I think that the answer is that decision is probably not an important decision right now. The most important decision is to work out if you can actually sell this to people. And if you have to pay a bit more for a convenient option for shipping right now, then that's the option you'd be going for.
Yeah. I looked into FedEx and I found like a reliable option. It's just a little bit more, but that's what I think I'm going to go with, as of right now. But and the other question I have is so I'm looking for a better way to get the products that I'm going to put into the box. So do you know any way that it would be easier to like reach out to like up and coming companies, to get maybe, some of their items put in the box or, at least at a discount price, if not for,
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I just did one of these sorts of things just yesterday with my book, 7-Day Startup. There's like an entrepreneurship bundle, and they wanted to include my book in it. Not that it's the same as what you're doing, but the same kind of thing. It's like people reaching out to people with products, and I sold them 200 books at cost price. Actually, I charged them 200, cost me $225, so I actually lost money, but it's pretty good marketing, $25 to get all that promotion.
Okay.
So I think a lot of companies would go for that. The important thing for me, like in making that decision, like what would go through my head would be, I'd want to be getting on your site and I want to see something that looks really legitimate. And that's why I put so much emphasis on design and nice themes in this challenge, because you go to one of these sites and it looks shitty and you just think, well, these guys are new. They don't know what they're doing. I'm not going to, it's not worth my effort. Like the people are doing it for marketing. That's why they'll be doing it. And they want to know that their product's going to be looked after. So make sure the site looks really schmick. And then I'd say just ask people.
Okay. I know I have a lot of work to do on the site. I just, what I'm planning on doing is tomorrow I'm going to go pick up some of the products I'm going to feature. I just got one box set, it's not, so I'm not, getting a bunch of a bunch of things and not being able to sell them. I'm just getting like a display more or less, and I'm going to take some really nice pictures and, really make everything look professional and update the page and everything. So, and that's, when I'm going to start reaching out.
Sounds good. There's been a couple of replies in the comments here too with some ideas, so feel free to check those out and feel free to post in the Facebook group as well.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
All the best, man.
Yep.
All righty.
Oh, yes.
We've got 30 minutes. So the Merrymaker Sisters will come on in 30 minutes at 11 o'clock my time, which I don't even know how many people are actually in my time zone here, but that's 30 minutes from now. Bucky.
What's up, man? How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm pretty good.
I used your picture on my for the testimonial on my page, although you look like such a badass that I thought like maybe I shouldn't use it because people might not think it's real. You got like this full Dan Bilzerian shit going on.
That is me, man. That was actually a picture that I took with a photographer friend of mine in downtown Macon. I love that picture. That's me all the way though, man. Always with the Ray-Bans and sleep jacket and all that. Yeah. Thank you, man. I'm glad that you're using that testimonial for sure. That's awesome. All right. Well, I'm just going to jump right into it. I'm going to do more of a pitch type thing and just kind of work it on y'all. Y'all give me some advice as far as the pitch as well. My name is Bucky Helms. I am a local Macon, Georgia native, small town, born and raised, turned internet marketing businessman, entrepreneur, what have you. What we're doing is we're taking businesses from, no Google presence. People are going in and searching for their business type, and they're not being found. Obviously, Google is the largest search engine in the world. YouTube is the largest search engine for video in the world. But what a lot of people don't know is that Google has now bought YouTube, which means that they are throwing a lot of money at it. They know that video is the future. We're spending almost 5 hours a day on average watching video. And that's the world. That's not just here in the States. That's the world. And what we do is we help that business get ranked on Google. They want more customers. They need to be found online. They know that the first page ranking in Google is key for that to happen, but they don't know how to get there. What we do is we take the knowledge of Google ranking and then combine it with video, which is a very tangible way for a customer to see a business and learn what that business does in a personable manner. And then from there, of course, the business video has call to action. It sends them to their website with direct links on YouTube and what have you. And we're able to do that as a service to our business owners. The site, of course, is www.thelocalvideoseo.com. And if y'all want to go check it out, I'd like to, Dan, I guess I could have asked you this earlier, but I'd like to offer some free video SEO for these up and coming businesses that are going through the 7-day startup. So if y'all would like to go to the business page, go to the landing page there, click on that, I want more customers link. That's just basically an email link, just like everybody else's is. Y'all shoot me an email aside from that if you want to. Just make sure I know that, hashtag 7-day startup or somehow let me know. And I'll take one of your guys' videos that you've already got, whether it be a review video, promo video, whatever. I'll throw it up on YouTube. I'll get it ranked for you. And of course, whatever keywords we want to rank for, I can do that. I mean, I've got the technology. It's in here, So.
Cool. All right. Sounds good. Well, thanks for that. So if anyone wants to take you up on that, then please do. I gave you some feedback on your site the other day. So I think the site can be improved, but yeah, it's 7 days. So, you can only do so much, but yeah, if you want any more feedback on that, I'm willing to help you out and tell you what can be improved.
Well, yeah, absolutely. And I know where I need to be now because of this course. I know where the weaknesses were to begin with. You saw the site, it was embarrassing for what it needed to be. But now that I'm launching this new program with our business, you know, I can kind of change it and stuff. And I like my branding. I got away from that super colorful, trippy background.
It's a step in the right direction.
It's distraction, and I know that, you know. But thank you, Dan, so much. You've taught me a whole lot more, you know, information as far as these things converting. You know, I'd never put that together. I just wanted to make a cool looking site, but I didn't know how to make a site that converted, you know. And that for me, it's going to build my email list now. And yeah, I mean, I'm already getting customers. I've already got several that I had done in the past, but I'm already picking up 2 more customers this week. The email list is already doing great here locally. But this isn't a video service that has to be in Macon and Warner Robins. I can rank videos all around the world. You know, the World Wide Web. And if it's a video you already have, obviously that's easy. I can just grab that and rank it. If it's a new video, I can get, you know, videographers all around the world, you know, and look at their stuff and get them to go shoot the video and then send me the footage. You know? Yeah,
there's a lot of opportunity for that too. All right, I better wind it up because we've got about 10 call-ins. But thanks, man. It's been enjoyable hanging out with you this week, and I'm glad you're sort of making some changes and learning some stuff.
No, absolutely. Thank you, Dan.
All right, see you, mate. I had a couple of questions here. Optimize Press, do you have an affiliate link? No, I don't use affiliate links, and I've emailed Optimize Press to ask them if they'll just give me a discount for the group, and they never got back to me. So they told me they'd give me 40% commissions, and I said, no, I don't want a discount. They haven't got back to me, so that's the best I can do. So sign up, tell them you heard about it from me, and tell them you're pissed off you're not getting a discount. There's another question here. I think Cass said, will the conversion rate hurt Australians? Yes, it will. Sorry about that. And no, I won't be fixing it because I don't have time. And I think it's well and truly enough value even with the conversion rate. Maybe once I get it all up and running and I focus on it a bit more, I'd think about it. But also the issues with a lot of this stuff is a lot of the expenses in US dollars. And with Curve, we do the same thing. Like all the staff are in US dollars and all of the services are in US dollars. So the price just kind of ends up having to be in US dollars. Otherwise, we take the hit. So depending on how I staff out the community and where I go with it, I might do the same thing. If it's just going to be me and just a couple of hundred members, then that's the decision. Oh, you said you weren't talking about my product, your own. Well, there you go. So, same thinking process. That's my thinking process. You can decide what you want to do. It comes down to expenses, really. Like if it's just a lifestyle business that I'm just kind of running and I'm living on the Aussie dollar, then that would make sense. But what's more likely is I've already got a full-time VA and I'm using a bunch of services from overseas. So it's more likely that it'll end up being US expenses and therefore need to be US revenue. That's kind of the way I think about it. Alexi, what's up?
Oh, hi, man. I'm just here.
Sorry, you've been waiting for a while.
Okay. So basically,
all right, let's make it quick because I've got a bunch of other calls. But yeah, thanks for calling.
Okay. Just we'll try to make it as quick as possible. So basically, then I will start from my pitch. So my name is Alexei. I am from a software developer turning into entrepreneur for last 2 years. Initially, I was helping other entrepreneurs to help them to build online platforms for their business. But after I decided to work on my own idea with my business partner. So this is how we come up with Client Bro. Client Bro is a platform that helps service professionals do better business and be more productive and engaging. System helps to track daily activity, send messages to clients, and exchange documents, and much more. So basically, this is my pitch, and I want to thank you, Dan, for your help. It's been amazing, and especially for your feedback on landing pages. So, like at first, I come up with pretty crappy landing page. It was so bad, but like next day after, I come up with, based on your feedback, I come up with other landing page, and basically, thanks a lot for your tips which you gave on your feedback. Also, I want to thank you for amazing blog sessions you run every day. I want to separate thank you Taki Moore, Kevin Rogers, and James Shamko for their amazing sessions. It's been great.
All right.
your videos, your introductions videos on 7-Day Startup, you launched every day. It's been amazing. You just so straight, like it's easy to. You gave all this material, and it's such easy to understand, like all the tips, and you was talking basically you provide with a great material, and it's been great. Also, every day I was blogging on my blog about my progress, so
yeah,
just
I saw that.
could be to keep myself be more committed. So thank you very much for that. And also yesterday you mentioned you want testimonials. If you, I'm happy to be a testimonial on this one. So feel free to if you need any more details from me, just let me know. It's been great. Right. Thanks,
Lexi, and thanks for coming on the calls. And yeah, your site looks great. It just needs a little bit more clarity around exactly what it is. But excellent job, and thanks for all the blogging as well. That's really cool. Thanks, mate.
Thanks, man. Talk to you later.
Helicopter. Design Help Co. What's up? No audio. Audio's not working. Try to unplug your earphones. If that doesn't work, I'll have to take another one. Oh, that sounds better. You got me?
Is that working?
Yep.
Okay,
gotcha.
So we created a website called designhelp.co, and it's a service that gives your business gorgeous web design every month. We can do email newsletters or landing pages, or for $99, or both for $199.
Cool. And where were you at before this week?
We started the website about 2 weeks ago, so we've been working on it pretty much nonstop.
Okay, excellent. Looks good. And what are you looking for from the group? Are you looking for customers or feedback, or?
Yeah, customers and feedback.
Okay, and why should someone be a customer?
For businesses that need ongoing web design. I mean, Nathan Chan said to make your lead funnel not look like a scam, you need a great offer, social proof, and brilliant design. People trust brilliant design, and we want to bring brilliant design to small and medium-sized businesses.
Excellent. Yeah, nice use of the authority, Nathan Chan authority. And I agree with that too, because I think that it's so important, and I never shut up about it. So, yeah, well done. Good stuff.
Thank you.
Thanks. Ben.
Yeah. Hi, Dan.
How are you? How are you, mate?
Good. Yeah, good. And hi to everyone else on the call here. And thanks as well. The group, the activity in the Facebook group over the last week has been insane. It's been a lot of fun.
Cool.
And yeah, my partner I'm working with on this, Adam, and myself, we basically haven't seen our wife and kids after last week, which has been pretty fun. Yeah. So anyway, I'll get straight into it. So we launched this week vidsell.co. Vidsell is basically leveraging the power of autoplay videos on social media and creating animated sales imagery. We're specifically targeting online retailers as our main demographic, I guess. But the content for Vidsell can be used across social campaigns for a bunch of different industries. So yeah, I mean, if you can jump over to the site vidsell.co, we've got a lot of great feedback from everyone about clarifying the copy, which has been really powerful. And we're also just literally during this call, we've just implemented the opportunity for people to get a free Vidsell. We understand that people don't really understand how this type of animated imagery can be used across their social media platforms. We've had a lot of questions around Facebook's 20% text rule, for example, which is a fair point. But the power of using video is you can have as much text in there as you want. The 20% text rule only actually affects the thumbnail image that you choose to associate with your video. So to create animation or simple animated videos means that people don't need to click play to enable the audio, I suppose, and they get the message pretty quickly. That's what we're aiming for anyway, and that's the idea. So where we were, I had this idea, I suppose. end of last year, and didn't really do anything with it. And thanks to the 7-Day Startup Challenge, we've actually done something with it. So, and we've actually had the first order come through from Nicola in the UK, who's a part of this challenge as well. So,
oh, that's awesome. That's very cool. Yeah, Nicola's in the pro group, and she's doing my Facebook ads, and she's one of the sort of 7-Day Startup success stories. And great, and she's very funny. You should follow her on Snapchat.
I'll do that. Yeah, cool.
Well, cool. I mean, it looks so. You didn't have a site up before this week, or?
No, we didn't. So we've created those test case vid cells and launched the site this week. So it's kept us busy.
That's very cool. It's just this autoplay video thing is just such a huge trend. Once I saw that on Facebook, and the first time I saw it, it really pissed me off. But then I just realized how much I was engaging with these things. Like it's crazy how fast your habits change, and this kind of thing is just so powerful. So yeah, great idea, and the site looks excellent.
Yeah, cool. So I guess the call out here is as I said, literally we've just implemented the opportunity to get your first kind of test vid cell for free. If you want to head over to that opt-in button right at the top of the site and jump on that, we'll see how that goes and whether that's a profitable lead generation strategy for us. But and Dan, I guess as a thanks to you for implementing this as well. If you wanted to reach out, and we're happy to create some vid cell content to kind of promote your 7-Day Startup Pro group, and we'll do that for you for free, and so that you can really test it out as well and see if it works for you for better conversion. So happy to do that for you.
I appreciate that. I think I'd rather people just offer the offers to the members, because then people can just take which ones they need. It's going to be too hard for me to manage this kind of stuff, so I'm just going to leave it as is. But it looks excellent, and if other people are interested, then I'd definitely encourage them to check it out.
Cool.
Yeah, great job. I just tweeted it too. Thanks for coming on.
Cheers.
Alrighty. Poor Meryl, you've been waiting there for so long. Sorry, Meryl. Peter.
Can you hear me?
I can. How are you?
Okay, thanks. Yeah, good. Started the project this week and put a site together around content upgrades. You mentioned a problem with content creators and the idea that they create all this content in their page, but if they want to get additional email opt-ins, a content upgrade would be really, really useful to do that. So Definitely. I've designed a service called contentupgraded.com to do that as a service for those people. So that's basically it. Started with optimized press. It's still a bit crude, but there you go.
So it's contentupgraded.com.
.com. Yep. Literally finished in the last half hour.
Oh, nice.
So it's a bit rough. But yeah, it looks at selecting 4 different content upgrades, and they can then, because they may not have the skills, but either a process chart, a checklist, a video, or a slide deck, which they can add in there, do the opt-in, and that increases their leads and emails, but they have somebody else do that for them, so they don't have to worry about it.
Well, there's a couple of things I love about this. I love the name. I love the fact that it's really tapping into a trend. I was doing these content upgrades a few years ago, and I used to call them something else. I used to call them post-specific opt-ins, and the name didn't take off. But now it's taken off under this name, and it's a strategy we use a lot at WP Curve. And I've always liked this idea particularly because if you're targeting content creators, there's always going to be new content, and that leads itself to recurring very well.
Yeah.
The challenge is going to be how do you make people, like, how do you find people who think the problem is big enough or the opportunity is big enough to pay for? Because there's a lot of bloggers out there that don't have a lot of money. So you just need to find the businesses that do have the money and are also doing the content. But I think this is a great service. The site looks really good. And I like this as like a recurring sort of 7-day startup business too.
Thank you for that. Just thought a big thank you for everybody. Literally jammed it together in the last 3 days. And do thank you for your time and appreciate it. So I'll wish everyone all the best. And if they want to check out the site, go for it. And if they want to leave any details, please just send me via my contact page and keep it from that. Keep it simple and we'll go from there later.
Excellent. All right, I'm just going to tweet it.
Thank you very much. I'm conscious of everybody else been lined up too, so I'll leave it, and you have a great day. Take care.
Okay, you too. Thanks, Peter. Good job. Here's Meryl. I'm giving Meryl props. I can't see or hear Meryl, but I think she deserves props. Let's see if we can get her to 100 before we can even see her. Easy. Oops, I just lost my screen. Still waiting for Meryl. I'll give it a couple more seconds and then, Cass is there as well. So I'm going to try Cass and Meryl, whoever I can see first. Wow, Meryl, your props are going through the roof. Where are you, Meryl? You've already passed me. What the hell? Everyone loves Meryl. She's very, very nice. Hey, Cass, how are you?
Hi, good. Can you hear me okay?
I can.
You can. Awesome. Wow, Blab actually works. That's amazing. Thank you so much, Dan. This week has been phenomenal for me. I have gotten so much done. The main thing that I wanted to talk about today is Writerly, which is my blog post recipe service that I kind of did a beta launch earlier last year, about halfway through last year. And basically it's to help people create content that's good quality without them having to spend a lot of time coming up with headlines and a framework for their blog post.
Yep.
Yeah. So I've had quite a bit of take-up of it just from people that I know, which has been really nice. And interestingly, from people who are actually quite experienced writers, which I didn't think would happen. And basically this is I've redone the website. I've redone the landing page using Optimized Press because I didn't like lead pages. And I've just set up 2 funnels for it, one for an opt-in so people can do they can try it out before they buy. And it's like a scaled down version of the questionnaire that I'd use with paying customers. And I've redigged the subscriber base to monthly instead of 3 monthly, which I think will work a lot better. So I'm sort of nervously putting it out there and asking people to opt in and try and break the funnel for me and give me some feedback on it, basically. And if anyone's interested in having some help with their content, obviously, then of course, sign up. I would love you to. So that's it.
Awesome. Well done. Yeah, the page looks nice. I think Optimized Press has more control, so I think that's it's nice when you're doing definitely. When you're doing an email opt-in page, it's fine. But if you're doing an actual home page, it's nice to have full control over the design and it looks great. Well done.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Cass. Good to see you.
Thank you. Good to see you too. Bye.
All right, so Meryl's props are going through the roof, but there's still no evidence that she's actually a real person. I reckon we can get her to 2,000 before we even see her. If we get to 2,000, okay, that's 2,000. Jeez, okay, here we go. I'm going to have to let some other people on here, though. All right, we've got a few more minutes before the Merrymaker Sisters come on. And then what we might do is we'll chat to them for a bit, and then if there's still a few people around, I'll take a few more at the end. All right, inbound ascension.
Sorry, I was writing on the board at the time.
Has 1 prop. Help him out. How are you?
Good, man. Thanks. I don't even know if it was yesterday with James, if we were chatting then. I've just been doing this work nonstop since then. I'll put headphones in.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, just cranking it out. 14-hour days, and it's awesome. I'm literally just writing out my modules because I had that whole thing where you finish the day before and you don't know where you are and where to go, and you repeat yourself. Yeah. Anyone who missed the call, thanks for having me on again. I just wanted to kind of just pimp the course, basically. So I've got advancedretargetingtraining.com.
Nice.
It's an advanced method of retargeting that people don't really use. We use it for clients that are generating, some of their products are 5, 6, even 7 figures in sales. A couple of Aussie companies, actually, they've got $1 million products. The same systems that we use. We teach you how to do the method. We also teach you an exact system of how to process. So by the time you finish the course, you've got the system built, and you can pretty much set and forget and go back each week and measure your campaigns. Because there's a lot to cover. We're trying to do it as a follow-along course. So you do this part, and then this part, and this part, and you've got something done. And then this part, and this part, and this part, and something done.
Okay.
Blog post readers have turned over 16,000 additional sales and things like this. So I basically, I'm here just because so I can commit to getting it finished and getting it out as soon as possible in front of everyone. I have to get it done now because some of my readers are even in the channel as well. And they're like, where is it? And then it's also just to say thanks, man. Like, this has been kick ass. Like, it's really, really awesome. So thank you very much for putting it all together.
Cool. I'm glad you liked it. Is there anything specific you want people to look at on the site, or are you still working on it?
Well, there's not a lot they can check on there just because it's an opt-in page for basically a lot of 3 tips that they can go and implement themselves, a different way of thinking about retargeting. Okay. Basically, we move people through an entire relationship online. Kind of like a sales funnel, but not really. It's difficult to explain all of it in one go. But it costs a lot less, and you get a much higher ROI. All the campaigns we've ran are between 7,000 and 9,000% ROI, which is just insane. Knock on wood, I can't guarantee that people will get those results, but people who have taken it have just seen like insane results.
Okay, cool, awesome. All right, well, I'm gonna thanks for that. Thanks for coming on the call. I'm glad you enjoyed the week, and all the best with getting it live.
Thanks, man. Cheers, guys.
All right, I'm going to try Merrill again because you can't get 2,200 props and not even get on here. Whoa, 2,500. You've been getting props even when you haven't been here, Merrill. That's how awesome Merrill is. And then we're going to chat to the Merrymaker Sisters if you guys are here, which I think you are in the comments. You guys can call in as well. We'll just leave Merrill there gathering props. We are. Yay. Well, you guys can call in. So what we'll do, there's a few more calls here, but I want to do this session with the Merrymaker Sisters, and then if we've got a bit of time at the end, we'll do a few more pitches. Otherwise, guys, now we've got Merrill's business partner Loggy trying to call in as well. I might as well accept them as well. Otherwise, post them in the Facebook group, and please, just same format, say what you liked about the challenge. Put your URL in there and ask honestly for what you want from the group. If you want customers or if you want feedback, then just ask which one you're after and do that in the Facebook group later on. Ben, how are you?
I'm good, Dan. I tried calling Meryl and see where she's going, but I'm sort of thinking, maybe if we leave it a bit longer, she'll get 1 million props.
Yeah.
So what we've been working on, anyone who doesn't know, we do online bookkeeping through Xero from $99 a month. So online marketing has been our thing for this week in amongst dealing with client work. So I've just put up the link there, beanninjas.com, and then there's some other bits after it. We've put together a 5-day email course and finally pulled the trigger, converted from MailChimp to Drip. And that went reasonably smoothly so far as we can tell. So we're looking for, obviously, anyone interested, sign up to it, but we'd also appreciate just some people to try and break it, see if it, looks terrible in their email system, make sure the links work. Somebody subscribed. Thank you. Alex. Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, if anyone was on the call with James Schramko yesterday, you would have heard him say backwards how important things like financial acumen and understanding that kind of stuff is. So I'd say a lot of people on the call are going to get a lot of value from that.
Yeah. I thought it was probably in the 7 days, probably not something you'd prioritize looking on, but maybe in the next 7 days or the next 3 weeks, maybe that's something people should have a look at. So hopefully we've got something that they can read.
Yeah, and a lot of the guys who are doing the challenge already have businesses as well, and they're just doing a new challenge for a different business or for a project. So there's plenty of people, I'm sure, who can get some value from that.
Yeah. So we're also working. Thank you. We're also working on an intermediate one to go on to the end of that, but we've got at least 5 days before that has to be together. All right.
I'll do another challenge next week.
Thank you, Dan. Yeah, and thank you for this one.
No worries. Say hi to Meryl for me if she resurfaces. All right. I'm going to have to... Meryl got to 3,000 and we're going to have to get rid of that. The Marys are here. Oh, computer's so hot.
Hey.
Hi, Marys.
How are you?
I'm very good.
Yay! We're so glad to be here. How awesome has your challenge been?
It's been a lot of fun.
Everyone is so epic. Excuse me. Launching the most amazing things in just 7 days. You guys all rock. Yes. We are so excited for you all.
Good work. And you guys launched something too, didn't you?
We did. We launched our podcast, #MerryBiz, and thank you so much for checking it out and what is it called? Reviewing and leaving us 5 stars. We love you.
So appreciate it.
Yeah, it's not like the easiest thing to do to leave a review on iTunes, unfortunately.
Oh, it's so hard. I don't even know how to use the app, the podcast app properly. Luckily,
I was listening to it today. It was very cool. I was listening to your Messenger.
Oh yeah, did you hear the dog? There was a dog. There's a dog licking the microphone or something. She at the end, she's like, "Did you like my dog? It's in the room." We're like, "Was that what that noise was?" We're like, "No."
Oh, wow.
But the dog is really cute.
And your one, everyone has to listen to yours because yours is super fun.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Okay. I'll put a link in the group.
Episode number 2.
Hey, Kaz.
Oh, and Lucky's. Cool. Sorry.
Which one? Oh, okay.
Hey.
Oh, cool. So let's talk. So a couple of things I want to ask you about. I want to ask you about businessy stuff, but I also want to ask you about health and happiness stuff, because we haven't really covered that at all on the challenge, and everyone's been working their ass off and maybe not looking after themselves. So I thought it would be nice to finish it on that note. So if you guys are happy just to answer questions, or if you want to run through a few tips for stuff, whatever format is best for you.
I was just reading Jules' thing. She said,
Jules.
That she likes Emma's hair. I think we can talk for a little bit. Like, we'll just talk for 5 minutes, like about a little bit about our journey, and then like what we've learned.
The health business
and
stuff.
Business stuff together.
Yeah,
let's do that. You go.
Perfect.
Okay. Well, so we started our business journey back in February 2013, when we started just a blog. We had no idea what the internet was for. We just thought it was like to Google stuff.
And
Google
for Facebook, stay connected with our friends.
Yeah. So we Googled how to start a blog. That was how we started. And we just started sharing recipes and things like that. And that was because we found a way of eating, a way of living that brought us a lot of joy and a lot of happiness and health.
Yeah. And so we got super passionate about the online business stuff, but I guess we were lucky in that it was a health orientated sort of business. So like that was still a major high priority for us. And we like to sort of like split it up into 8 segments. And like we sort of like base all our like goals around those 8 sort of sections.
So during like the past, I guess, 3 years, is it 3 years now?
Oh yeah, we have our 3-year
birthday
in February.
So exciting.
Birthday.
Thank you. In the past 3 years, we keep like trying to break up like what creates optimal health and happiness like in life. And we've come up with 8 now. We used to have 4 and then it went down to 3 and then it was 2.
Is it going to be backwards?
But now we have 4. Is this going to be backwards?
No, that's good.
Okay. We wrote them down. I'm just going to hold it up for a second.
Good work.
And then we're going to talk about them.
Sounds good.
So number 1, and this isn't in any real order, but we thought number 1 for this group of people would be like purpose/bliss/passion.
/ your business.
Yeah. It's because you guys are all super passionate about doing stuff or creating stuff. And having that passion in your life is so important because it gives you that sense of fulfillment. But then there's so many other things that come into play to make sure that you stay balanced.
So like number 2 for us is like positive mindset. So keeping that like positive perspective about the things around you. So like shit happens, like stuff goes wrong every day, all day, but it's the way we react and the way we handle things that can really like change the whole direction.
As an example, like when trying to do the podcast, like I couldn't get the RSS feed, and I was like getting really like, oh, why can't I do this? And I was like, actually, like step back, go have a rest, do something else, and then come back to it. And then I came back to it with like fresh eyes, and I just put it in the support thing, and it told me what to do. And I was like, okay, that was a much better way to deal with that
Instead
situation.
Of like stressing and then like winding yourself up so much. So like that's super important for us. Then obviously food. So as like we started with like recipe blogging, healthy food is like majorly important for like all aspects of like overall happiness and like obviously your health as well.
Even like when we're working on these launch things, like when we're launching something, like sometimes you can forget to eat because you get so excited, or like it's the bottom priority, like having a healthy lunch. Actually, maybe I'll just go get a takeaway thing. Like having your food as a priority is going to make your brain work better. You're going to have a clear head. You're going to be able to do better work, and you're just going to be able to feel better as well, like inside.
Yeah. So like, for example, like during a launch week, like what we've done before is we've actually like ordered food, like a healthy food service, and got fresh delivery to our house.
Yeah.
So like even we
That's
love
smart.
cooking, and
I should have done that.
You should have done that. So like that could be like, one of the little things you add to your checklist when you're launching a new product.
Yeah.
And introducing good food.
Yeah. And where our main focus with like any diet is like focus on adding more good to your plate, and then eventually the bad will just crowd out. So don't think about like what's restricted and what's on the no list. If you flip it, and back to the positive mindset, if you flip it into a positive thing, I'm just going to focus on adding more good, more greens, more good produce, more organic, then it's going to be a much more enjoyable process too.
And then number 4 is movement. So like, we just make sure this is fun. So like Dan and James Schramko, like surfing, like making sure you do that every day or every second day, and like saying, okay, this is going to make me work better. This is going to make my business like earn more money. This is going to make me a happier person and enjoy this business journey. So
and
it's
I think
a high priority.
Again, with the priorities, like you almost put exercising like to the bottom of the list because you're like, I just don't have time to do that. But then as soon as you do go out and you exercise, those like happy endorphins are released, and you come back like a different person. And you're just like, oh, I'm so excited to check my emails. Like, I wasn't
everything
before.
is better. Everything's more amazing. And like, number 1 tip, make it fun.
Yeah.
If you hate running, don't run.
So number 5 is a very important one, and it's relationships. And this is like relationships with, your spouse, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, relationships with your mom, your dad, your family, also your friendships and things like that. I think life satisfaction in general, you can kind of put it down to the relationships in your life, that how like amazing your life is going to be. So you kind of have to nurture those relationships, and they do need to be a priority, because sometimes you can be like, oh, my friend will understand. I'm busy. They'll understand. I won't see them. I'll just put them off. But then it kind of just fizzles out, and you lose that friend, and maybe you didn't want to lose that friend.
Yeah. But then it's also, we always make it really important to understand what that relationship is giving to us as well. So like, for example, like it could be a really negative relationship bringing you down, and like that might be a big sign that maybe you don't need that relationship in your life anymore. So it's good to like evaluate the relationships in your life.
Yeah.
And then also like business relationships and like groups like this, like these are like, for us, game changers. They changed the whole direction to our business, like from like very much struggling to like actually making money and like being able to travel and do awesome stuff.
Yeah. So we always think like being part of groups like yours, Dan, like Nathan's, like Chris Ducker's, we're part of all of them, and surrounding yourself with like-minded people. It's so important, because it's like that saying, like when you surround yourself with the people you want to become like, you do eventually become like them. And we've found that like, because we've been around all these amazing people, we're just starting to think bigger, to think, actually, we can do that. Actually, that is possible, instead of that, oh, maybe not. Maybe I should just go for this level. But now we're going for this level. And it's like, it's making such a difference. So we can't recommend being part of like groups, masterminds enough.
Yeah.
I was just going to say that when I was sort of starting a couple of years ago, I did the same thing, joined 2 memberships, James Schramko's one and the Dynamite Circle, and they ended up just leading to so much amazing stuff. And even guys like Ducker and James are all really good friends now, because I kind of joined their groups early on, or figured out a way to kind of hang out with them. And those relationships, a lot of the guys that end up speaking on this challenge for free have just come through those relationships and those groups. So it is really important. And the other thing was co-founders. So if you're going to choose a business partner to work with, that's always a challenging thing as well. It's like a work marriage. And so you need to think about that. Think about how you get into them and how you manage them, and treat that like a relationship, a really important relationship, because it's going to become something that needs to be managed and can be amazing, or can go the other way as well. So.
Yeah. 100%. So number 6 is setting goals.
Yeah.
And I think that, like, James spoke about this yesterday. We all kind of know that goals are really important because if you don't set them, then you don't know where you're going. And we've only just recently, like thanks to Dan pretty much, like for the inspiration for setting like big goals, yearly goals, we've only just started doing that. And the difference we've seen from like 1 month of doing it and not doing it, it's huge. It's massive. So now we set them not only for our business goals, but also like our lifestyle goals. So like one of my goals is to like learn how to become a yoga instructor. So like if you put that down on paper, it's so much more likely that you're going to do it because you've like put it out there and you've told people that you want to get it done.
Yeah. Our next one is just to simply try new things and like in every aspect of your life. I think like especially for health, you get in these like certain routines and like literally you get kind of like stuck in them and a little bit bored and in a rut and you're wondering like, why am I a little bit sad? Like I should be excited. Like even like us, like we'll find ourselves doing the same thing on our business and we're like, why? Like we should be really happy. We get to do our own thing every day. And then we realize, oh, like we're not mixing things up. Like we need to try something new, like try a new like technique on Instagram even.
Yeah.
And like that can be exciting or like try something new on the weekend.
Yeah. And the reason we put this in our like list of 8 is because it's like when you travel and you're on the plane and you're going somewhere new. And because it's so new, your brain has nothing else to think about except the fact that you're going somewhere new and that you're traveling. And it's this, it's like called like elasticity. Like it allows your brain to like take in a lot more new information. So like we always find when we're on a plane that we'll come up with the best ideas.
Like traveling.
Like we'll be like, oh, we had this big like epiphany, like we were stuck on this decision, but actually no, we've decided what we're going to do. Like almost instantly, as soon as we like hop on a plane or whatever. So that's kind of why we put that in there. And then our last one is spirituality, but you don't have to call it that. It can kind of be like mindfulness, meditation, like whatever spirituality might be to you. And that it's more about just like looking within and realizing that happiness all kind of starts from within and that we create our own happiness. We create our world. We create our dreams.
And I think it's also about like self-belief as well. It's like believe in yourself that you can like make your dreams come true and create this epic business or this epic service and change people's lives or just like create an amazing life for you and your family. Like,
So we like, even if you can include like 5 minutes a day of like mindfulness practice, that's going to make a massive difference. If that's surfing, if that's going for a run, if it's going for a walk and like looking at nature, if it's actually sitting down and meditating, it doesn't matter what you do, just as long as you're like reflecting and you're like giving yourself like props and being like, well done, you're awesome, because you guys all are. And I think we can often be our hardest critics in that we always want to do better and we always want to get more money and do this and do that. But we've got to like stop and realize, actually right now I've got everything that I need, even though I want to be there, like over there, like with those people, and I want to be achieving that. Like right here, right now, I'm also really happy and I'm also really proud of what I've achieved. So all about enjoying the journey.
Yes.
Because once we get to where we want to be, we always want to be somewhere else. We always want to be achieving a new goal. So really all we have is right now. So we should just all
be present.
Be present.
Very good. Well, that was excellent. If you guys in the audience have questions, then feel free to ask them. But I do have one more thing I want to ask you about. Do you have a link to the landing page you put together for the opt-in for the podcast? So you guys have been working on your podcast this week as your launch, and then you also put together a landing page for the call to action in the podcast, which is like a goal setting guide, right?
Yeah. Oops.
Yeah.
Did I do that right? I did it.
Oh, you did it.
Good work. Because one thing I wanted to ask you guys about was, and I'm very happy if anyone else has questions about any of those topics, and I'm sure these girls are very happy to answer those, and call in if you want, or just ask them on the right-hand side. Everyone's just saying they love you over in the right-hand side.
We love you guys. We love you. Everyone. So much love.
I don't think I've seen any question. I've just seen, wow, you girls are so Aussie, and we love you. 200% awesome and stuff like that.
Thank you.
So one of the things I noticed about you guys was, I think people struggle with, like, people go to conferences and things and they'll learn about a particular technique. Like you guys say that, you didn't know what a blog was, you didn't know what content marketing was, you didn't know what a landing page was. But the difference with you guys is like you just go there with an open mind and you learn about it, and then you go away and action it. And I just wanted to, and I've seen you guys do that like ever since I met you. I've never seen anyone. You and Nathan Chan both seem to be like really good at just absorbing that information and then just actually implementing it. And by the way, I don't actually know how you do it because I've worked with you in the room and you just talk nonstop and sing nonstop and dance and listen to music. I don't know when you actually get the work done. You do somehow. You do somehow.
Magic.
Do it. So if you guys want to look at this website, this is just a perfect example because I think like you guys didn't even know what optimized press was when we met, and now you're just building these epic landing pages. I don't know how much help you got with this one, but you didn't ask me for any help, so I'm guessing you didn't.
He did it.
Right.
All the landing
Carla's
pages.
a little techie queen.
She's like, just do it. I'm like, oh. It's so fun. So implementing. So going to conferences, learning, it can get freaking overwhelming. You can go to a conference and you can have a to-do list 20 pages long. And we always do this. We always are like, oh my God, we can do this and this and this and that. And then you come home and you're like, and you don't action anything. Yeah. So the way we look at it is we take the list and we just like break it down. We're like, okay, what is the one thing we can do right now that can be a quick win? And then we implement it. And then we move on to the next one and we implement it. I think it's all about prioritizing, like knowing what you want to do first and focusing on that. Yeah. That's the biggest thing.
And I think focusing and scheduling when you're going to do it. Like we actually every Sunday we'll plan out what we're going to do for the whole week. And like there'll be like a new thing on that list, like learn how to do this and implement it next week maybe.
And like when we say schedule, we mean like literally by the hour or by the half hour.
Like our calendar is just like blocked out.
We like drive to the gym, work out, come home, meditate, blog, write, photograph recipe, write recipe. Like we break it down step by step. And I think that's because like we kind of both have events background. So we're used to like these work breakdown structures where we could write out the work breakdown structure and literally hand it to someone and they could run the event with us being there. And I think that's always how we've run our business, as if we're not here, even though we're doing everything ourselves, like no one else is doing it. Yeah. And I think that's what's really helped us because it's right in front of us. We know what we have to do next.
And I think also like something that really helped us was like a message from you, Dan, is like that you don't learn before you launch as well. Is that the right? Is that how I say it?
That sounds good.
That's the tagline.
Yeah. So like we kind of got, for a little while, we did get stuck in that perfection thing, like trying to make everything perfect. And then we realized, hang on a minute, like we're not experts in this area. Let's just put it out there and then we can fix it as we go. And I think that mentality has really, really helped us because instead of like sitting on an idea for like 3 months, like we get an idea and then it's like, hey, we can make this happen in like 2 weeks and we just do it.
Like, yeah, well, it's like an example, which I saw a question, how do we make money? Yeah. An example of when we did that was when our Make Life Merry challenge. So basically we went to an event last year and we heard about challenges and we were like, oh, that would be cool. Maybe we'll launch that in January because January would be a really great time to do that. But we were like, and this was in September. We're like, that's so long away. Maybe we should just launch it in October and do another one in January. So we did that. We put up a landing page.
We learned how to do a landing
page. And then we put it up. We hadn't done any of the challenge content. We didn't know what was actually going to be in the challenge, but we just put it up, put it for sale, and we got like 250 people on board, and we're like, okay, we better make the content now. And I think
this is a paid challenge, by the way. So I don't know if you guys release like your revenue and stuff from these challenges, but if you do, then please do that to give people an idea of how it's gone since just finding
us.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh yeah, I was like, what? Yeah, so we had 250 people. I think it was a $20,000 launch, the first one, and then we've just run the second one, and it was a $26,000 launch. So, like from nothing, like to doing that, then it was amazing.
And I think like the best bit for us as well is like it's not for us, and I think for a lot of you, it's not just about money. It's about connecting with amazing people in your community, helping them. I mean, like not only yes, we got money, but at the relationships we developed with our community members. I mean, like we've like we become friends with them almost. Like we're now Facebook friends, like talking all the time. And everyone's like, it's just like this amazing community, positive community.
And the changes that they've made to their lives. Because like, so basically the challenge is a 4-week challenge. We do meal plans and recipes, and we also bring in experts to do webinars. And we have a Facebook group where we're kind of like their health coaches for a month, where we're like just writing in comments. We have daily topics that we discuss and things like that. Basically, it's just to become healthier and happier. And the like results from day 1 to day 30 it's life changing. Like these people have literally turned around their lives and their families' lives, and are now inspiring the people around them to be healthier. Like there's nothing better than that.
Yeah.
So yeah.
But I don't even know what the question was. The reason I asked about the money thing was because it helps people understand, like we were sitting around a pro blogger learning about this thing called a challenge. And then, a few months earlier, you didn't even know what a landing page was. And then like we're 6 months down the track and you guys have made $45,000 from doing 2 challenges, and you're designing amazing landing pages, doing it all yourself. And I think that is like, that it's going to make people think about how they approach conferences or any kind of learning event.
Yeah.
Like, are you just there to kind of absorb the information, or are you going to learn something that you can action it really well and make like a significant difference? Because the return on investment from 1 or 2 conferences for something like this that's a product that you can keep repeating for as long as you're around. So it's like, it's a significant return.
Yeah, definitely. And it is just all about like not getting overwhelmed. Like it's one way or another way. You either choose to get overwhelmed and not get anything done, or you go, no, I'm not going to get overwhelmed. I'm going to just take one step at a time, one small step after one small step, action after action. That's what creates the results. And that's just how we look at it.
And I think also like it is about creating that positive relationship with the work you do as well. Because like if you're like creating this stressed out like work environment, like you're probably not going to have the best results. Yeah. Like honestly, like attracts like, positive attracts positive.
If I'm trying to like write something and it's just not coming, like it's just like not working, I leave that task. And I think that's just how if we're not enjoying it anymore, we're like, well, ding, ding, ding. What's going on? Why aren't we enjoying it? What did we change, or what can we change to make sure we're actually enjoying it now?
Yeah. Awesome. Well, that's excellent. So if anyone else wants to call in, I can keep asking questions, but if anyone else wants to call in.
Should we talk about how else we make money?
That was going to be my next question. Yeah. So there was a question there. Cool. How do you make money? And so you've got the challenge, but you do a lot of other stuff as well.
Yeah, lots of income streams.
So I guess like early on we launched our first ebook. So since then we've launched like 5 recipe ebooks. And then since then we launched a hard copy book. So like that sold, like our recent book, how many copies has that sold?
Like 5,000 copies of that book. And so we self-published that. We had no idea how to publish a book. This is another thing where we were like, well, we can do it. Like, we'll just try. And we learned a lot from that. And what we won't do next time. No fulfillment.
If anyone needs tips on that, talk to us. We'll tell you what not to do.
Yeah, and then she does
now. Yeah,
she's amazing. Merrymaker mom.
We love her.
And so that's one of our streams, like the ebooks and things like that. And also the challenge guides, and now they get turned into self-paced meal plans. So we resell those as well. So that's cool because like it was for the challenge, but now we're reselling them. And then we have our brand work.
Yeah. So that early on, that was like our main income stream. Then we sort of like didn't put any energy on that to like work on our challenges and our book, but we're going to ramp that up again. So that's just like working with like-minded brands, so we can like share their messages and their products to our audience, because we do like we have quite a large community like on Instagram, Facebook, and our site gets a lot of views. So like that was where we first started working, because that was what we knew. So Carla.
Yeah. So my background's public relations. So like I knew how to throw a sponsorship proposal together. I was like, I had all this experience in getting free stuff, like for events and free stuff for clients and things like that. And I was like, why don't we just do this? Like we can do that and get paid to do it.
Yeah.
So I just put like together one-pagers, like media kits and things like that, you know, outlined our numbers and outlined our costs. And we just worked with like heaps of brands. Like we've worked with like Reebok and Fitness First and Microsoft and things like that. And that was a huge income stream for us. But then, as we said, we kind of backed off that only because we we wanted to focus on the challenge, but now we're bringing that in, and we're focusing more on like yearly partnerships that can be more beneficial to our readers as well. So like focusing on like a couple core brands that we 100% believe in and use, and we can spread their messages. And then I guess some new income streams that are coming this year. We're launching like a stationery line, which is going to first start off with like positive quote postcards. Yeah. Which I'm so excited about.
So excited.
Because Em's going to design them all.
I'm going to like learn, I'm learning calligraphy again, and I'm going to like draw pretty quotes.
Yeah. And then we're also doing like a Merrymaker jewelry line, which is going to start with a bracelet, which is kind of going to encompass all these 8 things.
Yeah. Like a
representation in a bracelet.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is that everything? Oh, well, our podcast, we want to eventually we'll monetize with that through sponsorship. Yeah. And then that will lead to a businessy product, which we haven't really like formulated in our brains yet. So it's going to be called Merry Biz.
Because Merry Biz is a great name.
Merry Biz, Merry Biz.
Well, that sounds good, because I think there's a lot. I think there's so much opportunity in that sort of blogging world where you guys are so well known about how to actually turn your blog into a business. Like, and there doesn't seem to be enough content and enough authority and like enough people that have got really good stuff around that, especially Aussies. Like, there's a few overseas people, there's a couple in Australia, but I think there's definitely a need there for that. So, I mean, I've told you that before, but I think that would be a no-brainer.
Yeah. We're really excited. Kerwin's calling in.
Kerwin, what's up?
Hey, guys.
Hey, Kerwin.
So, congrats on the podcast. Congrats on all the success. I completely enjoyed it.
Thank you.
Now I want more. I've listened to 5 and I want number 6.
Tuesday.
Oh, that's tomorrow.
All right, perfect. Well, thank you. So how did you guys like find your first set of customers? I mean, I don't understand how you guys did that.
Yeah. So, the first time we made money was actually through a brand. That was that was more business to business. Okay. So our first customer was our first ebook, which was a recipe ebook, and our customers came directly from our content. So before that, we'd probably been blogging for like 6 months, doing like 5 recipes a week. Like, we were like pumping them out.
We were content marketing, but we didn't know what that was, and we didn't have any products to market. But we were
just doing like the pre stuff. we weren't even collecting emails or anything. Yeah. So we started with the blog. It was just pure content. Instagram, like we started Instagram quite early on. Like, well, not early as a lot of other people, 2012 December. Okay. And we got a big following there, and people just loved our stuff. So that's where probably we found our first customer, because we kind of just sent one email out about the ebook, and then I think we sold like 300 ebooks that day, and we were like, what?
Yeah. That's impressive. Yeah. And I think it's because you guys have an infectious spirit. Just like watching you guys here, listen to you is really good, and people like that. So thank you.
Oh, thank you, Kerwin. And well done with your launch.
Yeah,
thank
so
you.
excited.
Thank you guys for the inspiration. I appreciate it.
All right. Thanks, Kerwin.
Bye, guys.
Thank you, Kerwin.
With the Instagram stuff, that's probably a point I'd like to address, because one of the things I say often in this community is like, follow momentum, and like when something's working, there's a reason for that, and that's like, it's a good sign. They should do more of it. And that sort of happened with your Instagram, right? Like, it was Carla's personal account. You just put pictures up. Is that what happened? And then people are like following you and liking you, like, oh, wow, what's happening?
I just started do not go back. Please do not go back to
horrible
the first photos that we posted.
That sounds like a challenge.
And I was like, hashtag gluten-free, hashtag primal, hashtag grain-free. I didn't even know what a hashtag was. I was like, why would we hashtag? Why?
We didn't understand it all.
And then we would spend an hour, maybe a day, and we'd go through and find hashtags that were really like trending at the moment, like in the health sphere, and then we'd like every photo. We'd like this, and it was quite funny. And then
we're not saying to do that now.
No,
it won't work now. But back then it really did work, and that was how our Instagram community really kicked off. I mean, Instagram has changed so much. Like, in the last year, like, we've seen extreme changes in how our community interacts with our content, which is kind of like tricky, and like we're kind of in this like weird thing where we don't know what to do with Instagram. So we're just playing around with it a little bit. But yeah, definitely like that was where it all started. And I think like focusing on that was really good for us. But we also forgot about it. For a while, we completely stopped posting on Instagram.
Yeah, we had 10,000 followers at this time, I think it was. And we were just wondering, why aren't we getting any more followers?
No content.
We weren't posting. So we realized, we have to be consistent in order to keep that like momentum up. So then we were like posting, like I think for like 2 years we did like 3 images a day. And then like recently, maybe 6 months ago, we've put that up to 6 photos a day. But now we're testing going back to 3 to see if the levels of engagement change. Because we don't get that much click through, we don't think, from Instagram. It's hard to tell.
But we're just going to play around.
We're playing around.
Yeah, but it's also it has grown a lot too. Like when I met you guys, you had like 40-something thousand followers. Now you got like 58,000 or something crazy. So
I think
that's a lot.
Do you know what's really hard? With Instagram is that like a lot of people do the whole like spammy stuff and like maybe not organic, but we have like tried to do it like organically the whole time. And like you see other accounts and you're like, how did they grow from like 50,000 to 200,000 in like a month? And we're like, what?
Yeah. But so that like the biggest lesson from that is that like, you know, that comparison game, like don't fall into comparing yourself to anybody else because we are all so different. Like we're 3 years into our journey. You might be like someone else might be 1 year into their journey. Like we're so different and we're all doing different stuff. So we always say comparison is the thief of joy. So like as soon as you start comparing yourself to a friend, to anybody, you realize like the joy levels drop. So you just like get rid of that.
Plus,
and we just flip it to like, I'll have what they're having.
Yeah. I think also like the numbers on social media they're just, like I just don't think they're that important. Like when it comes to like actually building a business or building trust, like people buy from people like because they trust them and they've built up a reputation with them and they believe in their brand or they believe in their story. And like, I've never ever had a lot of social media followers. I think I've only ever had like probably a maximum of like 4,000 or 5,000 on any platform. But I've still been able to build $1 million business, and I think it's, and I see lots of people with like, 100, 200,000 followers who are like chasing me down for $50 to post images on their Instagram. It's like, well, it's obviously they don't have a very good business. So I think like if you're just looking at the numbers, you're not really seeing the whole picture. So it's like, can be daunting, but also like a lot of it I think is not all that meaningful. It's like a bit of a vanity metric.
Yeah, totally. And I just noticed a question, do we use share for share on Instagram? We try to like find people that want to do shout out for shout out.
I think we did it like once. We tried to look once and then it was like
someone said no and we're like,
oh. So we just don't do that. What we focus on Instagram is we share our community's photos. So like sharing someone who's made one of our recipes or something like that, we share their photo, which kind of like is nice for them. They get excited.
It builds community, like it builds out like, oh, that's just real. Like the Lamington recipe works because somebody else made it. Like, so it's like social proof.
It's not just like the perfect photo.
Yeah. And sometimes like the most like weirdest photos get the most likes.
Like the ugliest cake made from one of our people.
We'll share it. And we're like, what? It's like, this is awesome.
So we're very thankful to our amazing community. They're amazing.
Yeah.
All right. We've got a question here saying, have you ever doing live chat with the community like Dan is doing now? I guess by live chat, you mean like live calls. Do you do that kind of stuff?
Yeah. With our challenge, we do like live Q&As.
Yeah, we just
did that for this challenge this round. And it was so much fun. So people like just type in their questions and we talk to them.
Okay. And you're using webinar software for that, right?
Oh, yeah, we're using GoToWebinar for that. And we actually got our blue tick for Facebook. So we're doing like live, like trying to do more live streaming to Facebook now because that's just fun. It's so exciting.
Yeah.
Good work. They rejected me, by the way. I applied. They rejected me. They said I wasn't important enough. They actually exactly said that. You're not important enough.
But you are so important.
Not according to Facebook.
We'll give you a blue tick.
All right. Thank you. And you're on Snapchat too. And Perry sometimes.
Oh, yeah. Follow us on Snapchat.
Yeah, we love Snapchat.
Everyone should follow us on Snapchat. What is it?
The MM Sisters.
If we beat Dan, 500 views, he has to shout us dinner.
Yeah. So my handle is at the Dan Norris. You should definitely follow me because Chris Ducker So cool. I can actually mute them.
That's a good idea.
I can actually mute them. So good. We can't hear you. Chris Ducker said I was a boss, so he knows. He's very good at that sort of thing. So you can follow me at the Dan.
Yeah,
I think your Snapchat rocks. We do love it.
Up snaps. What is that? What you say? Sup snaps.
What up, snaps? That's what you said.
Are we still on mute?
No, I unmuted you once I.
Oh, okay. Lucky we didn't say anything weird.
All right.
Oh, Big Ant has a question.
Who has a question?
Big Ant.
Big Ant.
I have a question we'd like to ask. Yes, Big Ant, ask us.
Yeah. I'll let these people call in. Some of these guys are Big Ant.
Oh, you're looking
morning.
comfy.
You're in bed.
Hello, mates.
Hey,
mate.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. What is this chat all about?
He's a random.
Right. Sorry, Big Ant. So I was going to say that before I accept these calls. I've got like 3 or 4 randoms that I don't know who they are on here. So I'm like, do I accept them or do I just like hit the X?
Oh my God.
So
what is this chat about? I was like, no, I don't know.
I'm just going to accept them and see what happens.
I think we're friends on Facebook.
Yeah.
I think so.
How are you going?
How are you, mate?
How are you?
Good. Thank you so much.
Do you know what this chat is about?
I know. I am a member of 7DS. Thanks for launching all this platform and love you guys for what you do. Well, I have a question to the Merrymaker Sisters. I was wondering, since we all know that you started through blogging, right? You were just excited about posting some recipes and, for friends and stuff. And that's how you started.
Mm-hmm.
My question to you is, I saw, what would I say? Integrative nutrition, if you know about that, Joshua Rosenta.
Yeah.
I saw his comment on your website.
Yeah.
So I was wondering if you have taken that course and that's how you know about nutrition and stuff, or how did you start and what was the initial stage of your blog and how did you start scaling up slowly?
Yeah. Yeah. So we did study with IIN, and that's to get your health coach certification. And that was game changing for us in our lifestyle approach.
Right.
So that was kind of where we realized, it's not just food and movement that makes us healthy and happy. There's so many more things. So they actually had their own little diagram that they use. It has a lot more aspects than ours, but we kind of have developed our own, not based on it, but inspired by it, I would say.
Yeah. And I think we did that course because we started talking about food and recipes and health. And whenever you do talk about health, you kind of feel like you need to have that credibility. But of course, we always have that disclaimer, you do this at your own choice. This is our personal journey. We put these recipes up because we find that they make us healthier and happier.
Yeah. Well, I think our biggest message has always been to find what works for you and to do what makes you feel good.
Yeah.
And I think we are so we're so all bio-individual, even in certain ingredients and stuff like that. So I think that's been our biggest message. I think maybe that's why we've had so many people come to us, because it's that more less stress is best outlook on life and food and movement and everything that.
That's our recent article about leaving the paleo diet.
Yeah.
That went
controversy.
It went so crazy. It got I don't know how many views on our site. Then local media picked it up and we got all these hate comments and they were mean. But it was awesome because I think just making health more relatable for people and more attainable for everyone.
And more fun.
Yeah. We just want to bring more fun.
Yeah. And the second part of your question was how we started with the blog and how we scaled that up. So basically, I guess we kind of have been talking about what we did do in our journey. Basically, we started with the blog and Instagram and Facebook and all of our social media. Then we launched our first ebook. Then we launched 4 more ebooks because we were the ebook works. We'll just keep doing ebooks. And then we're we need to do something different. So we did a hard copy book. And then we were we just can't keep doing books. We have to do something different. All we do is books. And that's when we started the challenge. So, and now we're we can't just keep doing this. Now we want to do this. And I think if you have that mindset of changing it up, it's just you're just going to continue to grow. And it's just even if you change it up and it doesn't work, It's like, okay, that didn't work, but I'm going to try this instead.
Yeah.
And I think that's the mindset we always have. Give it a go. And if it gains that like traction, keep doing it. But if it doesn't, just do something else. I think Dan says that.
Thanks so much. I appreciate your answer. Thanks, Dan. Thanks for organizing all this.
No worries. Thank you. Thanks for coming on and asking a sensible question. So you know you've made it when you write an article about changing your diet and you end up in the newspaper.
I know. We couldn't believe it. We're like, this is going to be in the okay. All right. Oh, Ken. So someone wants to know about our software and web platforms. Our phone is just ringing. Your phone. Did you guys hear that?
No.
Or was that just in my earphones? Oh, I could. Damn it! We didn't have to react like that. Anyway, can you list the software and web platforms that we use in our business? Yeah. So we have WordPress, like our blog's just hosted on WordPress. We use OptimizePress for all of our landing pages.
Yep. We use Samcart for
our payment
and
system.
Stripe. And
PayPal to get those, and GoToWebinar for our webinars, Facebook for like our Facebook groups, and
we use WordSwag to do cute quotes. If anyone needs to do cute quotes.
Oh, and Tagstock is great for hashtags on Instagram.
You can save all your Instagrams in an app. It saves a lot of time. Is that it?
Canva?
I feel like. Oh yeah. But except I just purchased Photoshop, so. Here goes me learning.
All right, cool. Is that it? And what else? Accounting software, that's probably...
Xero for that. Oh, we use Trello to keep track of all of our goals.
We use Edgar. I love
Meet Edgar for social media.
Facebook and Twitter, really cool.
Productivity management, I guess is that Trello? That's like managing tasks and stuff like that. But you guys also use calendar quite a bit as well, don't you?
Trello and our calendar and our whiteboard.
Oh, Drip, Laney, Drip.
Drip! Oh, how did I forget about Drip? Friggin' hell. Game changer.
This has all been like in the last
6 months.
Not even 6 months.
That we put all these things, like just listing them off. I'm like, whoa, we use a lot of things. I have to remember a lot of passwords.
Yeah, Tagstock does. Someone just said Tagstock ? It just does like saves all your hashtags so you can put it on Instagram easily on your phone.
Instagram, really good.
Yeah. Someone's saying, are we running a YouTube channel? We do have YouTube, but we're not like big on it. We don't publish a lot, but it's one of our goals.
We want to do it, but like for us at the moment, it's not the easiest, most like doable thing.
Yeah, so that's why we're going with the podcast, because we don't have to like be dressed and
we like podcast.
I mean, we have clothes, but I mean pajamas.
No clothes for podcasting. Okay.
We don't have to do our makeup and stuff. Like sometimes that's annoying.
Tagstock.
I'm pretty, is it
with a K, like tags.
What did inbound? I'm guessing monetary goals are not your primary focus.
Well, out of interest, what have you found to be the most successful channels? Okay, cool. Actually, monetary goals, like we make sure we set those. They're not I think they're the same focus as they are for our health goals and our lifestyle goals and happiness goals and things like that.
It wasn't always like that, but I think like we flipped our mindset around. And like James talked about this yesterday, in that like you making money is actually helping other people. So like for us, that's how we have to like sort of see it in our heads. Because like making money, like we grew up thinking money was like sort of dirty or bad. Like,
and that like rich people were mean and that, like if you have money, like that you're a bad person.
Like we didn't grow up in like with huge money. So like it never was like this reality for us. So we had to like really change some self-limiting beliefs around money as well. So it's been like a huge journey around money.
Yeah. So we set goals, we set monetary goals.
And that's a major help with like Dan's stuff. Like
oh my God. Yeah. Dan showed us what he does for his goals, and we pretty much just took that and we're like, okay, we want to do that too. And did a pie chart.
Made it a bit merry.
Yeah. So can definitely recommend that. But our most successful channel would be the challenge, without a doubt. And our books, they're just like really steady, and they're really good upsells as well for when we sell the challenge. Like people are like, we're like, oh, would you like an extra 30 recipes with your challenge? People are like, well, yes, I would. And yeah, so that's been using Samcart has been really good for that.
Definitely.
And then we're looking at turning our challenge into something new as well more recurring, but we don't know what we're doing there yet. But that was an idea, maybe future.
Because we kind of like the launch thing is a little bit like, we get over the launches, I think.
Yeah, and we've done 2.
We've only done 2, but we get over them.
We're not loving the whole launch, and then implement, launch.
Yeah.
So we're working on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lisa Messenger. We just interviewed Lisa Messenger.
Where's the question about Lisa?
It's not really a question.
Oh, Money in Abundance.
We have that book.
That book is great. Money and Mindfulness. And we just did a podcast with her on how to live in abundance.
Yeah,
and it's really good.
Great interview.
Mm-hmm.
So
you should get a password manager.
You should.
A suggestion there.
You definitely should.
Have you tried an evergreen sequence for that? So I guess it's like, so it only launches to people X amount of weeks. I guess it's like dripping the content out, I think he's talking about there.
Yeah. We did replicate. Is that like replicating it? Like using what you'd used last time? Is that what he means? So after so many weeks.
Evergreen probably just means it keeps going. Like I think it just keeps dripping out. I'm not sure.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we do that. We have our email sequence and things like that, our initial opt-in where we do that. And then like we do a weekly newsletter a weekly like blast out to our entire list every week. And of course, like if we're working on the challenge, like we will give them little updates and little like, oh, it's coming soon. But yeah, we don't really have an evergreen. And I guess we put it all in our recipes and content market for that.
Yeah.
We do sneak peek recipes and things. So that really helps, I think.
Yeah.
Do we have a VA yet?
Oh my God, we need to get one.
It's on the list.
You've put up with all of my going through hiring and firing VAs, and it's probably scared you off.
Yeah, that's why
I'm like, bit of a turn off.
Yeah, but we're definitely going to hire our mum anyway.
Yeah, our mum, we officially start paying her this week.
We've started paying her properly, so that is exciting. The team expanding.
Oh, that's good. Your mum's epic. Definitely better than a VA. YouTube channel we've done.
Mm-hmm.
Love your podcast. That's good. Leave a review.
Thank you.
That's so nice.
A 5-star review, pretty please, because we want to get in the new and noteworthy.
Yeah.
Can you see the reviews in there yet?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
5. We've got 5 already.
Oh, cool. That's good. Well, maybe
That's pretty good.
Yeah. Get a few more and you might get in there.
Thanks, Johnny, for following us.
Thanks, Johnny.
I think it's a great part the Marys have done is to try new things out. Even if they don't have the full understanding, for example, creating a landing page, having little known of how to make one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks, Jason. And I think that I think we're just going to continue to do that because we've seen such positive results from doing that.
Yeah. And I think like that's the best message that we can give everyone. Like even if you're like expert in a certain area and you're thinking it's not perfect, like just put it out there and see how your audience reacts, see what happens, see what works, see what doesn't, instead of waiting, because like we don't have enough time to wait. Like now, it's always now.
Yeah. And you can always, the best thing is you can always change things up.
Yeah.
Like with our challenge, for example, like we were like, we've just added these Q&As with me and Emma, and we did that, like we were like, oh, maybe we should do this, and we were like, yeah, we should do that. Set an email out, set a webinar up, and we did it. Like it wasn't part of the, the inclusions on the landing page, but we added to it because we thought that our audience would get value from it. So yeah, I think just give it a go and see how it goes.
I like that idea. I think I'm going to do that in my pro group too, is not mention it as an inclusion, but do like a monthly call and then just see if like people like it. And if they do, then maybe
you like it.
Yeah, and see if I like it and I feel like I can do it consistently.
Yeah, because I think like we're like as all business owners, like we need to remember to like do stuff that we actually like doing. Because like, what's the point of creating a business, your own business, and then having a business you hate? Like I know you talk about that all the time, Dan. Like how people create these businesses they hate, and like that's what our goal is, to just create this business that we love and this life that we love. So like that's why other goals are so important as well as business goals.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Merrymaker Health Conference. Yeah, good idea.
We've actually been thinking about live events. Probably like in the next 12 months, we'll be doing something live.
Because we love talking to people in real life.
Cool. Yeah.
IRL.
That'd be cool. All right.
Who are you going to?
Who's your go-to? Oh, yeah, here's a good question.
Okay. So health. Who do we like? I mean, we always go to Mark Mark's Daily
Apple.
Yeah,
we like Mark's. Oh, there's so many. Mark's Daily Apple. What books do we read on health? Actually, it's more like the spiritual positive mindset, which is health.
Yeah.
So like Wayne Dyer, we read that.
Love Wayne Dyer.
I'm Louise Hay. We love Louise Hay for like positive affirmations and changing the way you think about yourself. Because it's such an important thing to love yourself.
I mean, like there's heaps of health bloggers that we like right now, like it's probably not a major thing for us because we're like more orientated around maybe business and like that spiritual side, that positive mindset side.
Yeah.
But I guess like
tech and
marketing and tech.
Yeah.
Dan Norris. Number one.
Yeah, definitely. Love the stuff you put out, Dan. Really like actionable, and it's just like, okay, I understand now. I'm going to go do that. Like I use Dan's blog post on the podcast beginner's guide. I just had that open with like my laptop out and I was just like following it to a T. So I think that's awesome that you give out that advice as well. And then like, who else do we?
I guess like we talk like
Chris
Nathan
Ducker
and
Nathan Chan, Chris Ducker.
Like we're in there.
Lewis Howes. We like his podcast. Very inspiring, we find. I think that's about everybody.
Yeah, like I mean, there's
at the moment, everybody it changes all the time,
and there's so many amazing people out there that I think like it's important to change things up. Like, don't stay with one person, maybe swap it all around, and
change your group,
and don't like feel like you're missing out if you're not part of every single group.
We love Marie Folio.
Oh, we love Marie Folio.
I did her B school and I loved it.
Yeah, she's epic.
We have a caller.
We have a
We have a caller on line 1.
I just
Hello. Hi.
I do have a question though.
Okay.
All right. So you guys are so enthusiastic about your business. It's really, really cool. It's inspiring. I'm following you now on both Snapchat and
thanks.
Snapchat. So for your practical everyday lives, how do you draw the line with all the stuff that you need to do for your marketing, your content, your deployment, all that, your execution, to finally, I want to go out to dinner, I want to go to the beach, all that sort of stuff. How do you draw the line and know that this is the time for just you, nothing related to your business and your business?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, it's a daily struggle.
But also, I think it's like we're pretty
It's
good
organized
at it.
chaos.
Yeah. To be honest, like if we feel like doing nothing, like we'll literally be like, I don't want to work today, and we might like watch Gossip Girl all day if that's in Canberra.
True story.
If we're like near the beach, like we'll go to the beach. Like I think like we are pretty good at like working when we want to work, and then if it's not happening, if it's not flowing, we just won't work. We'll go out for lunch and just have fun.
Yeah, but then again, like as it's still like a hard balance because we love it so much, and we just want to do it all the time. Like when we go out for lunch, we'll end up brainstorming about what we're gonna do. Like because we enjoy that.
It's a hard thing to. We can't really switch it off. I don't know.
And because the Merrymaker Sisters, it's us. Like everything we put out, like is us, and everything we kind of do kind of comes back to the business anyway. In a way, like if we go to the beach, we're like that fits into our positive mindset or our spirituality kind of 8 things. So we're always focusing on that.
Okay.
Balance.
It's kind of like almost like practicing your own medicine. Are you guys just fortunate to find that it's all happening to work together like an organized chaos, or is it kind of you've already got your, like you said, you already have your schedule, and because you got your schedule, then you know whether you're far off the grid or if you're close, right?
Yeah, okay. I think and like with our schedule, like we don't like beat ourselves up if we don't tick it off to a T. We just like move it around a little bit. So it's like it's more of like a schedule, but it's also a guide. Like obviously if there's appointments with other people, we make sure we get to them. Yeah. But like if it's like a task to tick off, if we don't do it, like we don't worry too much. We just move it to the next day or the next week.
Yeah, and I think the most important thing to remember with like anything when you're trying to work on like health, balance, happiness, meditation, positive mindset is that you're always you're going to fall back. You're going to say, I'm just going to be happy, or I'm just going to tell myself I'm amazing. But then you might fall back into that headspace of, why did I do that? And, I'm so stupid. Like we all fall back into that negative.
Sure.
But it's not about then beating yourself up about falling back into that kind of zone. It's just about coming back faster, like being like, okay, I'm aware I fell back. Now I'm just going to come back to positive.
Yeah,
or now I'm just going to come back and I'm going to go for a walk. Or I'm going to implement meditation today, even though I haven't been doing it for 2 weeks. But it's not about being like naughty Like it's just like coming back.
So another example would be like, oh, I haven't spent enough time with my family. I've been too business orientated. Instead of like feeling bad about that, we'd be like, okay, I'm going to like make sure I dedicate this couple hours to my family. So then like you don't feel bad anymore. So you're not like wasting this focus on like feeling guilty. Cause like, I just feel like that's one thing we've really learned is like guilty feelings can like be detrimental to your health and your business and everything. Because if you're letting people down, you're feeling bad, like that just grows and grows and grows. And I feel like it was an old habit of ours, but we've like sort of just not let that happen anymore.
Yeah. I think anything to do in this kind of space, like running, like if you treat it like learning a new business tool, it's exactly the same. The more you do it, the easier it's going to come, and like it's going to become second nature to you. Like Instagram was so hard, Snapchat was so hard, but now we understand it. And that's the same as meditation, like putting in 30 minutes of exercise a day. It's really hard at the start because you're like, where am I going to fit it in? But then suddenly you are like, oh, I'm fine now. Now I'm going to work on something else to better myself and things like that. So I think it's just, did that even answer your question?
Yeah, I forgot the question.
You're like, I think the reason why I'm asking this, and I know it can apply to everyone who's watching and listening to this, is that there are some things I'm really, really good at. I can see my heart in it, but it's not my number one passion. But I do it because there's opportunity for growth in there, and it can lead to the next thing.
Yeah.
So my main joys are acting and music. I live in Los Angeles. I made a lot of sacrifices to adjust my career so I could do more acting and more, performance. But everything that people come to me for is all the stuff that we're all creating these startups around, which is pretty much, digitally based services and products. So I'm asked, do you know a website? Do you know social media? Do you know all these things? And I get people who have no money, expect me to do everything. It's frustrating. So I can definitely say thank you, Dan. This has helped to open up my mind, giving me a little bit of a grid. So thank you. But the reason why I was asking you girls about this is because I love how your heart is so involved in your business. I was wondering, is this what you want to do for the rest of your life? Or do you see this as something greater? What would you say to someone who is trying to create something that can lead to something else that is not they know is not where they're going forever?
Totally.
To me, I think like making sure you do add like that real purposeful work, that real bliss work, making sure that is in your day every day. And although this other side might be growing, like maybe you can keep a little focus on that, but I would definitely put focus on the other side, because I think like in the end, like you might create this epic, amazing empire with all the money you could ever dream of, but then like you might not even enjoy what you're doing. And I think like if you love something so bad, like you owe it to yourself, you owe it to the world, you owe it to the people who are going to like find you acting or whatever you're going to do, to bring that to them. But yeah, I think like you would know, I think when you do have that purposeful thing, that bliss thing, like deep down what you should be doing, like you have that gut feeling, and we always say to follow that.
Yeah, and I think if like to start with, like if you just added 5 minutes of your everyday focused on that bliss purpose stuff, then it's going to grow. It's going to start to grow, because like this was a big lesson for us. What you focus on grows. So we used to be in government jobs, 9 to 5, absolutely hated them while we started the Merrymaker Sisters. And then we realized, imagine if we could focus on the Merrymaker Sisters more, it would grow. And it did. So if you were to put 5 minutes of your day and dedicate it to music, acting, whatever it might be, and then extend that time every day, like see how that goes, because eventually it will grow because you're spending more time on it. It's like you're feeding it and you're watering it. So it's going to like expand.
And I think for us, like we would definitely do this like forever, but like who knows what it could turn into.
Yeah,
like,
I think your purpose can always change.
Yeah.
Like you have your purpose now, but then what if like you fulfill that purpose? You're going to have a new purpose, but it's always going to be revolved around like helping other people live healthier, live happier, find their bliss, find their true reason for being here. Because that's what we're truly passionate about, is helping others do what we get to do.
Awesome. I will do that.
Awesome.
Yay!
All right.
Keep us updated.
Thanks a lot, girls. You're awesome. And thanks again, Dan. It's been an awesome 7 days.
Thanks, man. I'm glad. Thanks for calling in. All righty. Well, that was a pretty nice note to end it on. And it's also an hour. And
that went so fast.
Yeah. Thank you so much. That was great.
It was so much fun.
Really good.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dan, for putting this together. You're amazing.
Seriously, like without this 7-day challenge, our podcast would be like another 2 months.
I mean, I was making an
excuse.
excuse last week. I was like, maybe we just won't launch it. I'm like, it's too much. It's hard.
And we talked to Dan and he was like, really? And we're like,
he just said one word, launch. And we're like, all right. A little bit of hustle.
Cool. All right.
Bye,
Well,
everyone.
and then where do people find you? I've got to do the call to action.
Oh, yes. Everybody can find us at themerrymakersisters.com. Everything else is on the website, like Instagram at the Merrymaker Sisters, Facebook, the Merrymaker Sisters. So all that's listed on the website. But come to our home first.
Not our real home, maybe.
Our online home.
Hopefully that guy called in before won't. All right.
Bye.
Thank you guys so much.
Bye, everybody.
I'll see you soon. And everyone else, thank you so much. I'll see you guys in the Facebook group. Thanks for being part of it.
Bye.
See you guys.